Right, flat roof. I like to do them on a bench. So I've basically worked out the size of my roof. I know what the centres are for my rolls. Worked all that out. I can show you that when we start putting it on the roof. But you get an under and an overlap. This one goes up over halfway. That one needs to come right back over, and then you have a slash lap on the bottom. But that's for making them. It's pretty simple. This is my upstand up against the wall. So I cut both of these. And we're going to fold this up. Fold this one. I'm not hitting this hard, it might sound like it's hard. Literally just to give it an indentation. It's just the where we are, it echoes. As we came indoors, I think it was raining earlier. I don't believe it now, but back along. Side. It's also not really feasible to do these in the back of the van because I like spinning them round, and pretty awkward when you haven't got a bench that's 1200 wide. Is only 900. But I'm not buying a lorry. Right. Something like that. Just need a roll. So that one's going to go in that side. This one, and then this side. Screw that down now. So I'm really replicating how it will be on the roof. That one. There. We should have an internal measurement, 645. So if I've got that 640, the thickness of the lead either side, touching the wood roll, will be round about right. Right, screw that side down. Right, now I've got this. This is basically to simulate this side on here, because if I don't use this and I try rolling this over, it's going to be too tight and it will never fit. So just put that in there. And literally the only bit I dress on this is that top bit. This doesn't have to touch the floor because obviously there is another sheet of lead underneath that. That's right. This one will get there. Right over. Do this in situ, and that's entirely up to them. Saying it's right, not saying it's wrong, they're probably looking at this going, oh, I wouldn't do that, but hey, who cares as long as we get the job done and it's done right. It all ends up looking the same. So I'm going to put a tack in here first. Come on. I'm actually welding this backwards. You would normally start at the bottom and work up, but I tend to like to feed it down that way and then try and come back up again. Just seems to help. Right, this is just the flame. If you can stick that there, can you cut me a couple of smaller ones? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What you want, really thin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll turn the flame down a little bit. So I want to have a bit of control over what we're doing here. If you do this in situ on the roof, you've still got to you end up lying that way trying to do it. I find this way, at least then I can get to every bit, I can move round, and if I want to I can unscrew that, spin it round, do whatever I like, but that's just what you get used to. Whether you're any good at yoga or not. As you see, I'm coming back down there and just reusing that weld that's in there to go over it. So that's that one. Let's get a little tack in there. like to move around a little bit because if you keep the heat in one place too long, you do run the risk of burning through it, especially when you get to corners. Cheers.
If you want to rock and roll, AC/DC is George Thorogood getting us into the hour at 3 o'clock here on Planet Rock. I'm Darren Reddick with you till 7 o'clock this evening. And I'll tell you what, as far as it being a long way to the shop if you want a sausage roll, in Golden Square, where Planet Rock headquarters are, we used to have a Greg's right across the street from us. And man, we used to have
You say a long way to the shop if you want a sausage.
and they turned it into a sunglasses shop. I think it's sunglasses. Something like, really? Do we really need that in Soho? Another sunglasses place? But there you go. No more Greg's for us. That was a sad day. I think the whole building collectively sighed on that day. Right, let's keep it going here music-wise and stop mourning the loss of sausage rolls. We got a couple of songs from Billy's. We call it the Billy Club.
So, so all I need to do now is cut out the back of this. So I'm going to do with the torch. Trim that up. And I'll turn the heat back down. And I'm actually going to weld the inside as well. One, it just neatens it up. Not necessary to do this, but I'm not going to do the top bit because it's pointless. Okay. Right. Now I've done that, I can actually just tap that in there a little bit. Lift that up, so it's bloody hot. So I can actually get the blade off. Unscrew it. While it's still soft, put that back down and literally stick it to the side and then make another 5. So, yeah.